Good morning, gentlemen. JK, your brother in the struggle here, on my way back from the gym. And today I'm going to talk about the controversial topic, why you should not suck a dick. Now, before I even begin, let me put out a disclaimer. This video is not meant to be homophobic. It is not meant to be transphobic. The reason why is every single time I put out a video that has to do with sexuality, that has to do with figuring out whether you are homosexual or bisexual, there are people who just come out of the woodwork and they're just very triggered. Some of them don't even watch the video. Like, the title of this video would be something like, why you shouldn't suck a dick. And there's going to be some dumbass who's going to, I have to get this disclaimer out of the way, guys. There's going to be some dumbass who's going to show up in the comment section and be like, well, I like sucking dicks, so there you go. Right? They're not going to watch it. They're just going to be triggered. You're a fucking idiot if you do that, okay? You look like a moron when you do stuff like that. So if you're not going to watch the video, don't comment. I'll comment. I don't care, really. I just want to put a disclaimer for those of you who will actually watch the video. I also want to put out a disclaimer saying that I understand that there are some men who watch my videos who are gay, and there are some men who are bisexual. We have gay and we have bisexual men in our program. Not men who are struggling with homosexual obsessive compulsive disorder, men who are actually gay and who are actually bisexual. There is nothing wrong with that. I do understand why you may be sometimes triggered, because growing up, there were people who didn't treat you right. There were people who would not allow you to figure out your sexuality. You lived in a society, a culture, a religion that suppressed that. And you went through a lot of pain and traumatic events to figure out your sexuality. So it can be triggering to just hear somebody say, especially a straight guy say in a laughing way, why you should not suck a dick. And I want you to know that I'm not saying any of this to offend you, okay? It's just to get people's eyes on the video, not to offend you. The gay men and the bisexual men who work with me, they know my personality, okay? And they know that everything I do with compassion. That's why I'm saying this first, so that nothing is taken out of context. The reason I'm shooting this video is because a brother sent me a message, and he was very upset because he said that he's been struggling with pornography for a long time, and he's been watching a lot of gay pornography. He said that he's not attracted to gay men in a romantic sense, all right? He's not interested in dating men when he fantasizes about a relationship. It's always with a woman. He said that when he started viewing pornography, it was always pornography that involved women. But he got to a point where that just didn't turn him on anymore, and so he started watching gay porn. It didn't turn him on at first, and he experienced just an intense amount of shame when he started watching it, but it was just the taboo factor, which is very normal when you have a behavioral addiction, because you're not watching it because of the orgasm. Granted, the orgasm when you watch pornography that is taboo is a little bit more intense, but that's only because of the process. What does that mean? It means that the norepinephrine you release is basically, there's a little bit more. So the process is more intense just because you're like, oh my goodness, I'm doing something that I quote unquote shouldn't be doing. He experienced a lot of shame, and then still, he's only ever dated women, and he feels very bad that he views gay pornography. I understand, first of all, there's some of you who are not familiar with my channel who will listen to this, and you will immediately try to compare his story to yours and go like, well, that's how I figured out I was gay, and so on and so forth. This is a straight man, okay? There might be a small chance that he isn't. I will acknowledge that. But what I'm going to talk about is what his therapist said. He went to visit with the therapist. The therapist did not acknowledge his porn addiction. The therapist told him he should go out there and he should, give somebody a blowjob and see if it was actually his thing. Now, this is somebody, and I've started hearing this a lot. I don't know what sort of treatment methodology this is. I can understand it in the context of somebody who is gay and who is struggling to figure that out, but not with a man who has given all the evidence that he's only attracted to women and that he experiences intense shame when he views gay pornography, that he has no interest in dating gay men. He may have, I'm not going to say much about this particular individual, he may have tried to have sex with gay men, but every time he was in the act of doing it, he couldn't maintain his erection. Like, he just couldn't have one. And then he felt shame, and he was like, holy shit, what the fuck am I doing? Pornography got me to this point, but I'm just not into this. I am disgusted. But then the therapist will tell the man, and I just find it very unprofessional when you haven't done the prerequisite homework with your client, to tell them to go and give a man a blowjob. He's already going through trauma because of the type of pornography he's watching and how he feels. And now you want him to go out there and do it, like, despite the fact that he doesn't want to? Because what do you think is going to happen, right? How is this going to help him? You think he's just gonna suck a dick and then walk away from it and be like, well, that just wasn't my thing, ha ha ha? The guy's in pain emotionally. This is not the way. And there are some guys who have this reasoning. Without speaking to a therapist, maybe I should just suck a dick and I'll figure it out. I know there's some of you out there who did that and you liked it, and maybe that's how you figured out that you were bisexual or you were homosexual. And that's wonderful. This video is not for you. This video is for those of you who know you are straight. You are not confused about it. You did not go to the therapist because you were confused. This brother specifically went to the therapist to find out how to stop feeling that way. He didn't go for some weird conversion therapy. By the way, I think that stuff is fucked up, where people try to convert people from gay to straight. Leave people the fuck alone. So gentlemen, I know I've said this several times, but I am just shocked by the shit that therapists say these days. Focus on the individual's pornography addiction first. Stop or control the compulsive behavior. Once the compulsive behavior is under control, then your client has stabilized. They have a lot more clarity. They can go out there and without shame or guilt, they can begin to develop intimacy with people. And intimacy does not involve sex. It's not about sucking dicks. It's about connecting with people. I'll say it again. It's not about sucking dick. It's about actually connecting with other human beings first, right? Let a man go out there and connect with another man and see how does he feel with that dude, right? Is he hanging out with another guy and having feelings for him, right? This jumping straight to the sex part of things without focusing on intimacy is a very disturbing trend. And the reason I'm putting out this video is that, gentlemen, gay or straight, if you are gay and you've been watching straight porn, although I've very, very rarely heard of that in my practice over 10 years, but if you find yourself in that situation and your therapist is telling you to do something that you feel will be traumatic, please get a second, third, or even fourth opinion, right, from a licensed professional before you make any moves. Just wanted to get that off my chest. The intention of this video, again, is not to offend anyone. But those, comments like, yo, this dude's views on gay and trans individuals are problematic. Fuck out of here with your problematic shit, right? What the fuck is problematic, right? Pay attention and stop getting triggered because you don't like my personality or you don't like the way that I convey things. This is the way I communicate. This is who I am. Make no apologies for it. And the only people's opinions that truly matter are my clients, gay, straight, or bisexual. Love all of you guys. Thank you for watching. I'd like to actually hear your comments on this situation, especially if you found yourself in this situation with the therapist or counselor. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Whenever you're ready, here are 4 ways that Porn Reboot can help you out for free. The first way is to subscribe to our channel and make sure you click on the notification bell to get a new video every other day. The second way is to get a copy of the free book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men. You'll learn about my personal struggle and the lessons I've learned over a decade, as well as strategies for putting together your porn reboot plan and ending your compulsive behavior with pornography or masturbation. So click on the link in the description below this video. The third way is if you're not sure where to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, if you'd like to spend time with like-minded professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, guys who work in sales, consulting, or high-level jobs, men who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot group on Facebook. There's also a link to join in the description below this video. And finally, if you need help right now because you have a burning issue, your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally, you're about to lose your relationship, you want to live up to your potential, you want to be an authentic man and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, click on the link in the description below this video that says free coaching call, or visit elevatedrecovery.org and click on the link which says book